What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. In today's video, we're gonna go over best solo builds in Helldivers 2 when you're playing against the Terminids. Now, when I'm making one of these builds, my goal is to have a loadout that covers everything. I want to have the ability to take care of the Bile Titans, the Chargers, have ad clear, take care of the bug holes, all of these things, because it is a solo loadout. Now, keep in mind, all of these builds have been tested on solo Helldive multiple times, also live on stream. Now, granted, I do have 2 extra stratagems that nobody else has. Yeah, I'm talking about these stratagems right here. But don't worry, guys, these builds are also going to work for every single one of you guys out there. For the first build, we're going to pick up the Quasar cannon. We're going to combine this with the shield for some extra survivability. When you're playing solo, the shield can be even better than normal. Then we're gonna pick up the 500 kg, which is one of the best tools against Bile Titans. The cooldown on this is also very low, so you can't really beat this in many cases, especially when you're playing against the Terminids. And we are gonna combine this with the Eagle Airstrike. We're gonna pick up the stamina enhancement. For the weapon, we're gonna grab the incendiary shotgun in combination with the grenade pistol and the stun grenade. So as mentioned, as a solo player, you want to have different tools for different enemies. We have the Quasar for the Charger and the Bile Titan. On top of that, we have the shield to counter the hunters or even chargers that are sprinting at you or jumping at you. This really does increase your survivability by a ton. Now, for this build specifically, I like to use the Eagle Airstrike mostly for ad clear, because I do have the 500 kg and the Quasar for the Bile Titan, right? And then I have the shield for survivability. So as you guys can see, the Bile Titans, let's say the Shrieker nests, all of these things, including the mushrooms, are not a problem simply because we have the Quasar and the 500. However, we gotta focus on ad clear as well. And that's why I like to keep these for ad clear. When there's a lot of hunters or commanders, whatever it is that is running at you, I like to use the Eagle Airstrike. You can always use the stun grenade when they bunch up to just keep them in one place and then hit them with the airstrike. We have the incendiary shotgun, which is literally the best weapon when it comes to ad clear against the Terminids. So you are going to be fine overall. You're not going to have any problems, but your ad clear is going to come from your incendiary in combination with the Eagle Airstrike. So once again, I would advise to keep the airstrikes for that. Don't waste it on the big targets. You're gonna be fine against them thanks to the Quasar and the 500. When it comes to bug holes, pretty obvious. We have the grenade pistol. And for the armor across the board, no matter what build we're using when I'm going against the Terminids, I'm gonna be using the light armor with 6 stims. Now, this is one of my favorite loadouts when I'm playing solo against the Terminids. It also gives you the ability to destroy a lot of the things on the map from far, far away. Start taking out the Shrieker nest, the mushrooms from like far away. Take your time, wait for it, because it's worth it. In the long run, it's gonna make the whole run, especially on Helldive difficulty, much chiller, much easier. And that is literally the strategy I like to use with this build right here. Okay, let's move on to the second setup, and this one is gonna be a full-on fire build. This is an incredible, super fun loadout. We're gonna start off with the flamethrower. We're gonna keep the shield. Instead of the eagle, we're gonna pick up the napalm airstrike, and this is how the overall build is gonna look on this side. Flamethrower, shield, 500 kg, napalm airstrike, incendiary shotgun. And then for the grenades, we're gonna swap out the stun grenades for the new incendiary impacts. Now, these are very good, guys. They're actually very good. In situations where you have bug breaches, these grenades are top tier. You just throw one of these on top of that, the impact on itself gets a few bugs easily, and then the fire is just so powerful. And when you combine all of these tools that have fire, such as the grenade, the incendiary shotgun, flamethrower, napalm airstrike, you can easily get 1,000+ kills with your solo runs. That's how powerful fire right now is against the Terminids. So if you haven't yet, make sure to give this setup a go. So what's the strategy with this overall build? Well, it's pretty simple. We're going to keep the 500 for the Bile Titans. We have the shield for survivability. The flamethrower is there to clear out any kind of ads that we have pushing. And then if I'm trying to reload the flamethrower or just in general create distance between me and the bugs, that's when I like to throw the napalm airstrike. Also, another cool way to use the napalm is as soon as you see a bug breach, you can throw it on top of it. It takes care of it. Or if you're rotating and you see a huge horde like cutting you off, you throw the napalm and everything that will go through that fire will either die or take tons of damage, which overall is going to make it very easy for you to deal with your enemies. So the napalm is easily S tier. But yeah, if you enjoy fire builds, this is it right here. It doesn't get better than this. You will be destroying bugs very easily. For survivability, you're going to have the 6 stims with the light armor in combination with the shield, which gives you the ability to just zoom around the map like crazy, and you don't even worry about the hunters that much because the shield does protect you, and if they do get close to you, you have your incendiary shotgun. Another thing to keep in mind is that with this build, I don't run the stun grenades, so you got to be a little bit more careful when you're going against chargers, and that is why I'm running the shield. So if he does charge at me and bump me a little bit, he's not gonna ragdoll me. I can pretty much tank that hit and then turn around and kill him easily with the flamethrower. But it is more skill-based and you gotta time it more correctly. So be careful with that. It will take time to get used to if you're used to stun grenades, but it's still very easy to take him out once you just get your timing right. Also, remember to use the grenades to cut off the angles for your enemies. If the bugs are pushing you, first of all, you should always be rotating when you're playing against the Terminids. Never stay stationary. Always move. It doesn't matter what weapon you're using. You should always be on the move. And if you see that they're catching up, turn around, throw one of these grenades, keep moving, and that way you just get rid of them as you're trying to get to your next position. And now let's talk about the final build. I did go over this build in my previous video, which is more team-based. This is more solo, but let's still quickly go over it because I do feel like this is one of the most powerful builds in the game. Flamethrower for ad clear, rover also for ad clear, 500 kg for the Bile Titans in combination with the rail cannon, which is also there for the Bile Titans. For the weapon, we're going to be using the one and only plasma shotgun because this is a perfect combination with the rail cannon and with the 500 kg in order to absolutely destroy Bile Titans. You crack their armor and then you just finish them with the plasma, okay? Grenade pistol for the bug holes. For the grenade, we're gonna pick up the stunnade instead of the impact incendiary. As I mentioned, this is an extremely strong tool against chargers and for controlling the battlefield. The armor, you guys already know, light armor, 6 stims. This literally never changes for me. No matter what I'm doing against the Terminids, it always stays the same. And yeah, that is pretty much it. This is the final build and you have everything covered. Ad clear with the flamethrower and the rover is just next level. Then you have the plasma shotgun for commanders, bile spewers, even hunters. Whatever's coming at you, you're good to go. The only thing you got to be careful with is the shriekers, but then again, the rover will take care of them. And in some cases, you can make the flamethrower work as well. But you got to be careful because if you do hit them with the flamethrower, they can still hit you and bring the fire to you. So you got to be ready to stim up really fast if you are going to attempt that. However, if you do see a shrieker nest, just focus it with your 500, rail cannon, hell bomb, whatever it is. Just take it out as fast as you can because it will make your overall run much more comfortable. That is my top 3 favorite solo helldive builds in the game. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. A lot of you have probably seen me play live on stream with some of these builds when I'm playing solo helldive, and it's a lot of fun, man. It really is, especially after the latest changes with solo helldive where you get more patrols and stuff like that. It has gotten way more intense, but at the same time, it has gotten a lot of fun too. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy this kind of challenge. I feel like it gets very hectic and you have some crazy scenarios where it's like 3 or 4 or even 5 Bile Titans and sometimes 6 or 7 charges running at you. And yes, it can get messy and yeah, it can be very, very intense. But that feeling once you do get that completion and then extract is something else. So yeah, I've been having a blast with the game overall. Currently, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys using any of these builds? If not, what kind of builds are you using? Let's have the discussion. I absolutely love to read the comments and answer as many as I can. As always, stay positive, stay disciplined, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, we got no scopes!